Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today.
Hi guys, Professor Presbury back with another episode of Hey Professor, the show we talk about everything you wanted to know about healthcare management, revenue cycle management, and business management. I'm your professor, Professor Javon H. Presbury. Today's going to be another episode in the sub-series Students Ask, where a student reached out to me and asked me a question that they'd like me to cover and give my advice on in the show. And this episode is going to be basically called Taking the Hit. Now, taking the hit, just for a basic premise sake, is when you're looking at taking a job that has an overall higher potential of income and higher potential of better benefits for you and your family and yourself. But initially, just getting into that field, just pivoting into that space will require you to take, at first, a lower income. So basically, you're taking a lower income up front with a higher potential income cap and a higher lifestyle cap than the current income that you currently have, which you may be capping at currently. To be more specific, the question that this student asked me, they said, "Hey, professor, I was worried about this. I have a current job that I'm working at that I'm making $21 an hour. I recently completed my health administration program, and the job that I'm looking at starting is going to be paying me $19 an hour. But the overall, they've done their research, and the overall income that they can make with that is about $40 an hour. So that's about $80,000 a year, which is pretty significant. You're talking about somebody going from $21 an hour, $21, so that's $42,000 a year, let's say, if you're full time, versus $80,000 a year, which is a double of their income and a double of the type of money, and the lifestyle that they can have. But in order to get on that path, they have to first take that hit. So the question is, should they take that hit? And my answer is going to be yes, because I look at it like this, right? No action is infinitely sustainable. So you have to think about the fact that, we're all going to get older, things are going to pop up, things are going to happen in our lives that we cannot predict. And the most likely outcome is that we're going to have a higher financial burden tomorrow than we do today. So we have to kind of set ourselves up for that as much as possible. I mean, I'm talking about things for the future. Maybe you have kids, maybe you suffer a major catastrophe, maybe your car breaks down, things that you cannot plan for. You want to give yourself that financial buffer. And I'm not speaking as someone that hasn't done it. I've been in this situation a few times myself. And, kind of taking the hit was, I think, the best overall goal. Another thing to consider is this. Effort is only wasted if you allow it to be, right? So let's look at it like this. This student has recently graduated with their health administration degree, which will allow them to get the job in the field that they want, but they have to take that hit. But the thing is, if they don't do that, then they're never going to reach that potential that they set themselves up for. That means that all that time, all that effort, all that money spent pursuing that degree will essentially go to waste. And I think that's the worst outcome of all. So while they may take that hit and they'll be struggling initially from a financial standpoint, the overall goal, the overall, where they want to be, I think is the bigger picture. And I'm not speaking to someone who hasn't done it. I know it's not going to be easy, but my advice would be to take the hit, take the $2 or $3 hit now, scrimp, save, coupon, clip, do whatever you got to do. Turn the lights off, unplug the things out the outlet if you have to, because the overall goal of getting you where you want to be is more important than where you are now. That's why you set yourself on that path, and to not follow through would be the worst crime of all, I would think. And again, I'm not speaking as someone that hasn't done this. I remember correctly, I was in a job where I think I was making somewhere in the range of $18 to $19 an hour. But to get into the field I wanted to get into the role that I wanted to eventually, I had to kind of go back and take somewhere in the range of 15, 16. Now we're talking about, like I said, a $2 to $3, drop per hour for a person that needs every dollar that they can get, So for me, it was a big deal. But you're talking about, okay, so you're talking about going from 19 to 17, right? And then I went from 17 up to 25 and then 35 and then 36. So yes, I did take that hit, and yeah, it did suck. But the overall goal, the overall flexibility, the overall breathing room that it allowed me to have, that was what was most important. And that's what I really went with. And that's what I leaned into. So again, if you can, I suggest taking the hit, because your overall future is the thing that you want to invest in. You're not investing in your present. That's not why you went to school. That's not why you took the certification. That's not why you went for your degree. That's not why you started on your journey. You didn't start on your journey to stay where you are. You started on your journey to get where you want to be. So again, I know it's not an easy answer, but I've lived it. So I wanted to give you the best advice that I can. All right, guys, I hope that makes sense. Professor Presbury with another episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do the whole YouTube thing. I enjoy you. Have a good one. Bye.
Intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character. That is the true goal of education.